Welcome, Dr. James Beckett, Sports Card Insights. I'm going to talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo. Certainly a superstar at this point. I was going to do it a few days ago after I watched the Game 6. I love watching basketball. As I've told some of y'all, I've had season tickets with the Mavs for 30 years now, maybe 31. And so I love the NBA. Even when Luka wasn't there and Dirk was there, even before that, it's always fun to see the stars. There's so many stars. I mean, it's almost like anybody in the NBA. If you're a player, you were a star at some level. But are you a superstar? And are you a megastar, whatever is bigger than a superstar? Giannis is moving into that stratosphere as he dominated, certainly an amazing performance in Game 6 and really throughout the playoffs. But first, thanks sponsors, Beckett Media, Beckett Grading, Beckett Authentication, ComC.com, Burbank Sports Cards, Mike Stadium Sports Cards, Heritage Auctions, Hugs and Scott Auctions, Topps, Panini, and Upper Deck. Giannis has been very collectible for a long time. He has a couple MVPs, and now he's got a championship. He's been Defensive Player of the Year. You can look at all those different things. The points I want to make, I want to go back and forth between why he's a superstar and about his cards and collectibles. In 2013-14, in his rookie card year, production was a lot lower than it is now. In fact, every year it seems like it's gotten more, but certainly it's quite a bit more than it was. That would have been approximately 8 years ago now. Take that into account when you're doing these comparisons of whether it's the gem rate or the pop rate. Still, it's just hard to compare. That was a different level of production. You might say, what about Devin Booker? Devin Booker is absolutely an all-star. But Mark Cuban had a big row with Russell Westbrook I think he was basically saying he's not a superstar, but he's a star. I think the implication is Russell Westbrook was not going to be leading a team to an NBA championship, which is proven to be true at this point. But Russell Westbrook is an amazing stat sheet filler with the triple doubles galore. Giannis could be like that. Michael Jordan was not fully respected until he started pulling off championships. So now Giannis has that. It's clearly going to take him to the next level. And what does that mean for Luka? After all, Giannis is 26. Luka is only 22. Where's Luka going to be in 4 years? He may have some of these things, but I don't think he's ever going to be the Defensive Player of the Year. He could be an MVP. I enjoy watching Luka play, but he does not have the physical gifts. He's got different gifts than Giannis does. So Giannis is to be appreciated for himself offensively and defensively. The big thing about superstars in crunch time, not only do they want the ball in their hand, they want to take over. And so if you're an observer, that's not good. If you're an initiator, in fact, in life, to be an initiator is generally good. These guys that talk about he lets the game come to him. That's not the recipe for being a superstar. That's the recipe for being a great contributor, team player, and a player, and even an all-star on a great team. But to be the dominant guy offensively and defensively. He's Defensive Player of the Year. His defense on ball and off ball, both. He's coming in with some spectacular blocks. If he didn't start playing basketball until he was 13, that doesn't mean he was reading books and spending his time in the library. I think a lot of the international players play soccer, and it gives them footwork. Because my fear for Luka and Giannis, but especially Giannis, the way he attacks, is that I'd worry about his knees. And yet this year he had a knee problem, and he rested it and came back. So he's strong, and maybe those years of soccer and other kinds of sports before getting into more exclusively basketball, as many Americans are encouraged to do. One of the things I look for if somebody's a superstar is what is the status of their cards, not just their rookie card. I think the market cap people have a thing about, let's look and see what his Prism rookie card is going for. Look at the pop reports for how many 10s and 9.5s and do the multiplication. But if somebody's a superstar, it's way beyond just their rookie card. In fact, as one of the plays could be, again, the most obvious play is to go for the rookie card. And I'm not discouraging people if that's what you want to do, but there actually may be better play in terms of being able to buy something that's not fully baked into a price that's above the market on some of the other cards. That could be lesser rookies or second-year cards, third-year cards, other cards of distinction for that player. Again, if you're LeBron James or Michael Jordan, which is the stratosphere that Giannis is peeking into now, when you look at a dollar box, you don't expect to find LeBron James in there, probably in any set. And same thing with Michael. If you find Michael Jordan in a dollar box, it's either dog-eared or extremely overproduced and still probably not gradable. Which rookie card would I get? If everybody's getting the Prism rookie card it's hard for me to just do what everybody else does. I really would try to look at what I think the value should be, what it was, what it should be, what it could be, because things have a way of evening out. Instead of buying the rookie card that everybody else is chasing, which bids it up, to me, when something is twice as tough, it's usually not twice as expensive. could be 50% more. That may present a value. Same thing if one parallel or some other card is 10 times as tough as another card, it's usually not 10 times the price. It's frequently double price, maybe triple price. Again, you may perceive that as a bargain, or you may feel like I still just want to go for the bragging rights, for the card that everybody immediately recognizes as his rookie card. The days of having plastic sheets showing your Giannis album, and these cards are just too valuable to not be slabbed, to be graded, at least for any of his rookie cards at this point. And probably many of his better cards for the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth year cards. Autographs, game used, any kind of interesting pairing with another player are all things I would be interested in. My concept of market cap, I think there are people out there that are enamored of Giannis. And right now in 2021, that means you're supposed to get his rookie card. But I think as the days and years go by, it may not always be I'm going to go for his best card, or I'm going to go for one of his best cards, or I'm going to go for one of his most beautiful cards or most interesting cards. It may or not even be in his rookie year, but something that has such distinction, perhaps some level of rarity, that people would say, this is the card that I'm going to have bragging rights for. And if people haven't seen it and they're not familiar with it, if it's got a story to it in terms of its difficulty and just the intrigue, the brand, all those things. So Giannis, thank you for giving a lot of enjoyment to a lot of people and showing you can come from almost nowhere and rise to the top of your profession. Clearly, it's not luck. He's gifted in many ways. Some of his athletic moves, he's going downhill. He's dropping the ball in the basket. He's swatting it away from some of these blocks that are coming down, but it's 12 feet off the ground. And he's leaping up there and blocking it. So again, great deal of enjoyment. Nothing against Devin Booker and Chris Paul, even same thing. Chris Paul could not elevate the team to a championship. An amazing athlete, certainly at his age and size. He had some great moments there. But when the moment was key, Giannis stepped up. So thank you, Giannis. Worthy of collecting interest, that's for sure. And Luka, don't get upset that I'm saying I don't know if you're going to pass up Giannis when you're 26, because that Game 6 was pretty amazing. Thanks, everybody. Be back on Monday with another episode.